Now, here's a good question. You may not want to answer it, but hey, Buff, what's the craziest thing you've seen in WCW backstage?
Great. Oh my God. I do want to answer it.
Okay.
And it's going to be the craziest thing I've ever seen in my, not in my life, but it's one of the craziest. So we're in Tampa, Florida. And I mean, this is burned into my head. It's one of those, like, it's like a bad car wreck. You just can't turn away from it. It's no matter what's happening, you can't turn away. But we're in Tampa, Florida, and we're all playing cards or something. And about that time, something leads us. I think Rick said, follow me or something. And Rick Steiner goes into like a half bath kind of at the building. And as I walk up, the visualization I have is he's leaned over and projectile diarrhea is coming out his butt, and it splashes against the wall like you had a garden hose crimped up and let it go. And brown water was shooting into the wall. And it was one of those things that was funny, but nobody was laughing, man. It was like a really bad joke gone bad. Like, I don't think he knew it was going to do this kind of a mess. I thought he thought it was going to be kind of funny, but what ended up happening is it just destroyed this room. And we were like a bunch of girls running away to make sure we didn't get in trouble. And we all, nobody was laughing. It was more, we're smiling, but we're going, oh my God, he's going to get in really bad trouble for that. I mean, it was a mess. It was the biggest mess I've ever seen in my life. And I was just like, oh my God, so we sit down, brother, and we start playing cards, and we're trying to play it off. And all of a sudden, man, there's a meeting called. And buddy, we go out, and I'm in the crosshairs no matter what. So I'm sitting there, and he's looking right at me, but I guess he already kind of heard or something. And so he goes, hey guys, I got a really short meeting right here. He goes, it was the smartest thing I've ever seen a powerful boss do. Because it worked. Because I'm thinking, how's he going to prove that Rick did it? How? What's he going to do?
Right.
Yeah. What's he going to do? So he goes up, just calm, as cool as could be.
And this is Bischoff. That's
Bischoff.
Bischoff. Okay.
Calls a meeting, and he goes, "What I just saw is the saddest, craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's a disrespect to the level I can't even explain." And he goes, so I'm going to make this easy. He said, I'm so mad about it. He said, whoever did it, stand up. And if you don't, you're all fired. He said, I will fire everybody. And before he got here out of his mouth, Rick Steiner stood up. And buddy, I'm telling you, it was a hard stand up, brother, because you could tell Rick, you could tell Eric didn't know who it was.
Right.
But he had the perfect line, because Rick can't go down for everybody.
Right. No.
He's not even going to get fined. He's going to get in trouble. Probably have to clean it up. But he ain't going to get fired over it. We're all getting fired. We're all going to kill Rick if he don't tell,
Right.
So it was a great way for a boss to find out something real fast. And he said, I will fire everybody here. And then Rick stood up. And he goes, and Rick and Eric were best friends.
Really? Okay.
I mean, we all were great friends with Eric, but Eric and Rick were tighter than everybody. And he said, you can see Eric was like, Rick? And Rick's head just fell, man, And what was so kind of funny and all that, like I said, Rick didn't mean it. I don't think Rick meant to do that. Who knows what the human body's going to do?
He did call you over to watch this, though, no?
He called the whole table over to watch. Come watch this. So we're there and we see it and we're like, the visual I have on this is, imagine me, like, imagine I'm standing up looking at this wall. I'm Rick Steiner, and that way is me. He was going as projectile poop is shooting against the wall and going everywhere. It was the craziest human body thing that I've ever seen a human body do.
Wow.
It was
Well,
nuts.
I wasn't expecting that. But he called you over to watch this.
Oh, me, Luger,
I mean,
Luger, Sting, we all saw it.
I mean, you knew what was going to happen. He had to be feeling a type of way. He knew it was going to make
Oh,
some
yeah.
sort of a mess. So
I remember
wow.
Luger. I remember Luger goes, "I think your tummy's upset."
Oh my God.
I mean, it was like a bunch of millionaire kids. Is all it was. It was just a bunch of children in daycare, but we were making a bunch of money. You know.
Wow. Well, I'm getting that impression here.
Brother,
Wow.
you put a bunch of grown men in a building at 12 o'clock and your show time's at 8. I'm telling you, just if you don't drink, you're going to start, and that's what happens. You just get bored, man. You just, what are we going to do? We need to kill 3 hours. And Kevin would look at me, and I'd look at Lex, and they go, Kevin would walk up and just go, "Whose car?" And somebody would bring the keys out, and there was 4 of us in a car drinking and pilling, and it killed 3 hours. You know, you go eat, kick out, no harm, no foul. You're sober for television, and it made sense for a long time, and then it just stops making sense, and it stops working, and then you start to have it, and then woo, it's no fun no more for 20 years.
I mean, that's how it takes over, right?
Yes. So that's you've never heard that story about Rick Steiner.
I have never heard that story about Rick Steiner. No.
I had to go deep on that one. I don't know where it came from, but that one was in there.
Well, that is memorable. So I'm surprised that's not at the front of your memory.
Well, me too. But that face of him looking over at the door where we're all standing and laughing, like it was just, and I mean, just the visualization of it was like, is that even happening?
Yeah.
Can the human body do that? And it was doing it. I'm like, what? And it wasn't like boom and it was over. It was like it was going, and I was like, oh my God, where's it coming from?
Wow.
Only a Steiner.
There you go. Well, you got to see where it was coming from. Very
yes,
clear.
Unfortunately, I did.